Yeah. So I called Paul Kaushik from the city, and I had concerns like about this project. Just wanted to get some general idea, and he told me to contact you, so
Okay.
I'm contacting you. So Lani, do you know if there was any kind of analysis or vegetation plan was done before the project started, and what kind of plant species these goats are you're targeting, and what are your goals with this?
I did not do any analysis before I came. I just have the contract to do the work. It's flood mitigation, fire mitigation. So the dried plants and brush and the dead matter here needs recycled to bring new life, and the bottom of the vegetation of the creek bottom needs cleared out for flood control.
Oh, so
And
it was.
that's my contract.
Oh, okay.
And there, it's all dead. Nothing's alive down there. It's all dead, except for the Russian olive trees, which are a listed noxious weed. Do you know what noxious weeds are?
Yes.
Okay,
Invasive species, right? Is that
listed
invasive?
noxious weeds. And noxious is a legal term,
Mm-hmm.
and their noxious weed law was signed in 1983, and the federal government has noxious weed law. Each state has their own list. Each county has their own list.
Okay.
And if you have that species on your land, by law, you have to control it and you have to keep it from spreading. So Russian olive trees are a listed noxious weeds in Sweetwater County, in the state of Wyoming, and federally.
Okay. So the thing is, when I reached out to the Game and Fish Department and I asked them if they could provide me the list of the vegetation in these two creeks, Dead Horse Creek and Bitter Creek, and they said they don't um, they have not sampled the
But that doesn't
plants.
have anything to do with fire.
No,
You
but
know, it has nothing to do with fire. But in the end of March, when we got here, the vegetation here is dead. This is last year's dead stuff. So we're not grazing anything that's alive, except for the Russian olive trees, which are a listed noxious weed.
but isn't a critical time for the native plant species,
No,
like if they are grazed?
no,
No.
because nothing's alive. Nothing's growing. It's winter. Did you notice?
I know it is. There's still. I'm still wearing a coat, so it's
It's
definitely
winter.
yeah, yeah. But I think this what I was told, and what I found out from Western Watersheds and the other organizations, that spring grazing, that's technically it's still spring, it's still
There's
cold
nothing
and
up.
stuff.
There's
Yes,
nothing
there.
up.
So this is so you evaluated because there's nothing
This
up.
is
That's the reason you're doing this.
this is a creek bottom through a city with flood problems.
Okay.
This isn't normal what you're talking about, but let me get your name, address, and credentials.
My name is Madhu, Madhu
Okay,
Anderson.
okay. Address?
Yeah, I live just a few blocks from
Well,
here.
what is the address?
Yeah, I would not be able to share my address at this minute. Yeah,
Why?
that's okay. I just live because for safety reasons.
What's
Because
your social security number?
I'm not going to give you my social security number.
Because I'll need to send you a bill, and I'll need to know where to send it.
What kind of bill are you going to
A
send me?
consulting bill for my time?
A consulting bill.
Yeah.
Well, that's
But what
the-
else do you need to know?
Okay.
Let's speed it up.
So so if when you said that if did you take a look at the creek before
Yes.
before you get like okay
I came
that's
and
what
looked, and I
okay.
gave a bid for what they wanted me to do.
Okay, okay. So you don't think that any wildlife is going to get any will be impacted because of the grazing goats here?
Well, they'll be affected in a positive way because all of this dead material is that we're taking out. Fresh will come up and it'll have more vigor and more nutrients in the plant than it did before of the dead and the dying out plants, because it's all dead. I don't know if you walk out there, but you really should walk down there and take a look at the dead stuff. And
Okay.
it's very steep. It's very difficult terrain. Be careful because it's very easy to fall. But you walk down there everywhere we've been and look at the dead material. So the new growth that will come up has 100 times more vigor and energy for the wildlife. I haven't seen anything except one muskrat
So
since
does it
I've been
have
here.
sagebrush in there?
Is there?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
There's sagebrush and rabbit brush.
Okay, the sagebrush, isn't it like some wildlife do graze on that, browse on that, like deer?
Deer. The deer are all in those people's yards over there. They come to me and tell me how mad they are because the deer are in their yards all the time, eating their lawn and eating their flowers. They're not in the creek. I haven't seen a deer yet.
No, I have seen deer in the creek before. I live right close by here. So if the deer are
But
eating...
you haven't walked in the creek to see the dead stuff.
No, I'm not, because that's
No.
why at the
Do
city...
you take soil samples?
I don't
And
take
can
soil.
I
City is
get
supposed to
a
take soil samples,
copy
right?
of the health certificate of the deer to know, do they have blood test on the deer to know if they're deficient in certain minerals or vitamins?
I have asked
Or
city.
what is there?
The city agrees that the deer are malnourished and they are starving.
Yeah, exactly.
They do
Because
agree.
it's dead. The things are dead.
But do they,
So
they eat
this will
sagebrush?
be better for the deer. What we do is going to make better vegetation with more vigor and nutrition that the wildlife will enjoy and actually do a lot better on than they are now.
What
Because
about...
I've only seen one muskrat. I've seen no deer except in the people's yards. And the people come and tell me they hate the deer and they want them out of their yards. They're on their lawns.
but if they are eating, the goats are eating sagebrush, that's deer's food, then they will definitely get
So
into
the
people's
difference,
yard more.
the difference, do you understand overgrazing?
Yes.
The definition of overgrazing. Tell me the definition of
Yeah,
overgrazing.
if they're overgrazed, like the young plants which are coming out and everything is cleaned up or something.
No, that's not true. You cannot generalize overgrazing. Overgrazing is only speaking to one plant. And the definition is if an animal bites it off and then it doesn't have a chance to regrow before it bites it off again. You see how we move down this creek and then we'll be gone.
Okay, this is what I wanted to
We can't
information
overgraze.
from you.
You don't know the definition of overgrazing. Do a little research and get up on what plants are here, what is the nutrition in winter, what the blood test of the deer are.
That's exactly,
or
I was
whatever.
asking the city before
Well,
giving you the contract.
I'm not
to
the
get...
city. You're asking me these questions and I'm trying to answer
I asked
them.
the city,
I
they
need
told
to know
me to
your
ask you.
credentials. Are you a scientist? I'm a scientist.
I'm not a scientist.
Okay, you need to get some soils tests. You need to get some
Why
blood
should
tests.
I do the soil test? I'm a
Because you're
taxpayer.
asking me.
Because you are the contractor. and the city told me to ask you. Paul
okay.
told me today to
Okay.
ask Lani. I don't have, he
Okay.
doesn't know anything about
I
this
am a
thing.
scientist.
Okay.
I am a scientist.
Okay. Did you
And
do
I
the soil sample
and I
here
do
before?
have credentials.
Okay.
And I do have, what else do you want to know before?
I would like, did you do the soil sample here then?
That's not mine. No, I don't do soil samples for
Okay.
them. If they ask me to. Now, if you want me to do soil samples, I'll send you
That's not what I'm talking about.
a consulting, because I'm going to send you a bill for my time to do consulting for what you want to know. Because you don't know, you're not a scientist, you haven't done your research, you don't know.
That's why I
So
reached out to the city before I reached out to
I need to
you.
send you a bill for my time because you don't know.
Well, you can tell
You
this to
don't-
Paul.
You don't have background. You don't understand.
I'm trying to understand. That's why I'm talking to you right now.
And I'm telling you, but it's going to cost you.
Okay, what
And I
about
need
the
to
water?
know- I'll follow you home so I can get your address because I need to know where to send my bill.
You can send it to the city because city
Oh,
is the
no.
one who told me to come
No,
to you.
you're the one talking.
Okay, I don't want to
You're
talk like
asking.
this right now. Can you answer a couple of more questions, please?
Tell me what else you want to know.
What about the water?
I'm $250 an hour.
So,
Talk fast. It'll be cheaper for you.
okay, thank
Go
you for
ahead.
being so respectful.
Go ahead.
So, is it? What about the water? The water? Did you? What is happening to the water in the creek? Is it contaminated?
Well, I don't know if it was before we got here, but indeed, Department of Environmental Quality followed me in Cheyenne, Wyoming, testing water quality, and the water quality was much higher after the goats went through. Surprised everyone, because goats do not like water. They don't like to get their feet wet, and they don't stand in the water. And the reason for higher water quality is because of bank stabilization of hoof action. So 300 goats times 4, 1,200 hooves stabilizing the banks to prevent erosion and stuff running into the creek. which makes water quality higher
So
than
this water.
before we got here. So water quality is higher, and this is Department of Environmental Quality test that you can look up, so I don't have to charge you for that time.
So the water, I did call the DEQ department. I called the Sweetwater Conservation District, and they did tell me. In fact, they confirmed that there is a.
I don't need to know who you called. What's your next question?
I was trying to tell you the next answer that
Oh.
this
No,
water
question.
has
I'll
no,
tell
but
you the
this
answer.
when you said that this water has higher quality, or will we have higher quality after the goats leave? It has E. coli and higher levels of chloride right now. And are you concerned your goats are drinking that water?
Well, they don't drink anything that they don't like, and goats require very little water compared to any other animal.
So in 1 week they will not drink that much water, but they're still drinking E. coli. Do you think they get infection?
No, never have.
Do you have vet reports to prove that they're all healthy inside internally?
Do you want them?
Yes.
Because I can get them to you, but it's going to cost you.
Okay, no, I just want
Okay,
to know
I'll
if you
say-
have it.
I'll say yes.
You have it,
I
right?
have reports on everything.
Okay, that's all I wanted
and
to
I
know.
have-
I'll request the city
I
to
have
ask me that.
everything, but if you want it, I
I
need
want
to
to want
know-
it through the city.
I need to know your address and where I'll send the bill.
So when
Okay,
they
and
have
I need to know your credentials of why you want this information.
okay,
before I would
I
give
just
you
wanted to know that if you
information.
have it, I'm not asking you to provide to
Of
me,
course.
but I'll
I
ask
have
the city to
everything
provide
on
it.
my animals.
Perfect. That's all
Okay.
I needed to know.
Okay, good.
So you have vet records that they are
I
healthy.
have everything.
So,
yes.
even
and that's
if-
going to cost you big time.
Okay, so they are drinking E. coli contaminated water and high levels of chloride water, and they are healthy.
And so are you drinking that too, because you're in this watershed. So you are too. What are your concerns about drinking the water here?
From the creek?
Oh no, I'm not going to ask. I don't want to ask you anything. I'm going to answer your questions. You're in the same watershed and you have the same water, and so do all these people.
So you think
And
I
are
can
you
go in
sick?
the creek
Are you
and
sick now?
So you think
do you
I-
have the bird flu?
no? But do you think
do you have COVID?
can I go in the creek
You
and
have-
drink water right now?
Well,
Because
you
people
should.
told me they won't even let their dogs drink from it. Or horses. In fact, Paul
I
told
don't
me
see
today
any-
the horses will
Connor,
not.
do you see any horses?
No, they said
I haven't seen any. I've seen one muskrat.
They're trying
that
to
looks
say that-
very healthy, and the deer. Do you think the deer have?
they
no,
are
I don't want to
wildlife.
ask anything.
Wildlife
so the
is
deer
different.
might be suffering from E. coli pollution.
Because the deer and the wildlife, they evolve like they have
what's the
different tolerances.
What's the next question? Because that's a question for the wildlife people, and
No,
not,
I'm
sure.
asking for your
But
goats.
the
right?
wildlife people need to know if E. coli is affecting their deer. I only saw one muskrat so far.
So another question is, the other night I saw it was like snowing and raining and like windy. Like I think it was Sunday or Monday night, I don't remember. So I went and recorded, documented. Your sheep was going back and forth in distress. Isn't it by USDA requires a shelter from rain and wind and extreme weather
First
for
of all,
livestock?
you don't know anything about anything because we don't have any sheep. These are goats.
Sorry, I meant goats.
You don't
Yeah,
know what you're talking about.
No, I'm sorry,
You
I
don't know
mistaken
anything.
my
I've
sheep.
got to send you a bill. These are goats, not sheep.
Yes. Okay.
The
I'm
wind
sorry.
was
I
blowing. Did you
misread this.
notice the wind was changing? When the wind changed, they went with the wind to get out of the wind. And Connor and I set our fencing such that they could get out of the wind if it came from southeast or north or west or northwest. And
Okay.
they went to where it was because the wind kept changing.
Okay. Well, I do have recordings of
And
pacing back and
I'll
forth.
bet you if you were out there, you would certainly know that it was winter. It's winter,
Okay.
certainly.
So aren't you required to give them some shelter, just a portable
They
or
did.
something?
They have the shelter of the land to get out of the wind.
They were on the top of that ridge. They were not underneath there.
Then wherever the wind was blowing, that's where they were moving. We were sitting right there watching them. We take very good care of our animals. I've been doing this 30 years. You don't know anything about it. You know nothing. And my bill for you is just getting higher by the minute. What else do you want to know?
Give me 1 second.
Well, hurry.
Another question, like I saw a lot of glass bottles and plastic trash and everything all over. I even saw today actually some metal pieces and
I
stuff.
wished
like
you
that.
would pick that up. take a sack with you and pick that up.
So
That would
isn't
be a
it
good social civic duty for you to do because you don't know shit about anything else. So why don't you get a sack and pick up trash?
so?
That would be a very good job.
But if you are getting paid $50,000, which is taxpayers' money actually, doesn't your contract, or you love your goats? Just now you mentioned, don't you want them to be safe and be
They are
grazing?
safe.
Be grazing
There's
with
no
grass.
goats with cuts on their feet or anything.
So how
They're-
often do you check them for injuries or illness?
Every single day.
Do you have reports for that?
We're here 24 hours a day. We're here day and night.
Do you have logs for like checking them every day?
Of course. If there's something that's hurt, they limp, and then you see, and then you go check it out. But you don't know anything about animals.
So
you
do
don't
you
know
have-
anything
you
about
have
plants. You don't know
documentation, right?
anything about the wildlife. You don't know anything about science. What's your next question?
So you think it's safe, right? Where the glass bottles and plastic and trash laying around?
Goats are very athletic, and they don't cut themselves on that stuff. Now, if you would pick that up, we wouldn't have a problem. But you have plenty of time. It appears to me like that you could pick. Could you pick trash up behind us as we go? That would be a great gift to the city as your civic
Ma'am,
duty and your social.
I'm not gonna
your
argue with
social
you if you're
duty
gonna
to
argue
where
like
you
that.
live would be for
I'm
you
gonna
to
be
pick
just
up the
respectful.
trash
I'm
because
just
now
here
you
as
can
a-
see. You
I'm
can
just
see
gonna
the
talk
trash
to you
now.
very
It'd be very
respectfully
easy
either
to
way.
pick it up. I can't think you're qualified for anything else. You haven't done research.
Okay, so the main these are the only questions I had. Main thing I wanted to ask you is like if you have the documentation to prove that the goats are safe, the environment was
do.
safe. Okay, that's
Yes,
all I
do.
wanted to know.
I have everything, and
Okay.
if you want it, it'll be $4,500 for me to get it to you.
Okay,
And I
I'm
need
not
your
asking you.
credentials, and I need to know your
Miss,
scientific
I
background.
keep telling you I'm not asking you
I
for
need
the.
your scientific background, and I'm not giving that information to you unless you pay for
I have a
it.
degree in Bachelor of Science.
You need to pay for it to get it from me. I'm not going to give it to you.
I'm not asking.
Oh, you just
Anyways,
did.
I
You just-
said like
Is that
I,
the last question?
I asked
'Cause,
you that
we need
if
to
you
go.
have it, if you have that kind
Of
of stuff,
course
I
I
can
do.
ask the city to
I've been doing
request
this
you.
30 years. What do you think?
When
What do
then
you
you
think?
should not be
You're
so angry
you're
to answer these
rude.
questions.
You are so freaking rude.
I'm rude.
You're
What did I
so-
what did I say the whole time? I'm just genuinely asking you a question.
You don't have any background to understand anything going on in socially, environmentally, or civically. Get out there and pick up trash. It's the best you can do.
Anything else you have to say?
You don't know anything about science.
Okay. Anything else?
That-
Do you want to say anything?
You're the one asking
Are
questions.
you do you work with him? With her?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you like this? Doing it?
I wouldn't trade this job for anything in the world.
Okay. Do you think the goats are safe?
Yes.
And they're healthy?
100%. Yes, ma'am.
And they're drinking
Are they-
the contaminated
I'll tell
water? It's
you-
okay?
I'll tell you who
It's
we're
not
worried about is
contaminated.
you.
It's not
Actually,
contaminated?
The way the goats process water, they are not as susceptible to disease and illness from drinking the water.
Okay.
Goats are perfectly safe and healthy. This is what they do for a living, and they're resilient.
And so are we healthy. Can't you see?
Thank you. Thank you for your time, okay? Thank you. Have a good night.